Coming up on today's Harvest, the Indy 500 race kicks off Memorial Day, but Pete Summerall hits the speedway early to get the backstory on ministries that are making a difference both on and off the track. And they've been married for 20-plus years. Pastors Dennis and Deborah Gibbons reveal a secret to making marital love last forever. Pastors Dennis and Deborah Gibbons give us the things that matter most in marriage.
As full-time pastors, Dennis and Deborah Gibbons are all too familiar with the challenges people face, especially couples, which is why they have created Marriage Matters, a ministry that offers practical strategies for making marital love last forever. And welcome back to the Harvest Show, you two.
Thank you. Thank
So
you
we
so
were
much.
just having an awesome chat, off screen, and I just have to ask you, Stephen said at the top of the show, you've been married 20-something years.
Mm-hmm.
How many years has it been for you?
25 years, will be 25 years in June.
Oh,
Okay.
the big silver anniversary.
Oh, well, good. Okay, so let's just get right to the meat of the matter. Have you ever wanted to get a divorce? Have you ever, left him before? These are, you offer practical, strategies for
Right.
overcoming challenges. So let's throw out some of those challenges.
Well, sure, no. I'm grateful. By the grace of God, we've never even bring up the divorce word. We never had any kind of very serious altercation. My wife has been a jewel. She's been a jewel, and it's all from the grace of God, because we can't brag on ourselves, but God's really been good to us, and we have a real good marriage. God's blessed us.
Okay, so why did you start Marriage Matters? I mean, I guess as pastors, you've seen it all with couples.
Yeah, I think just being this day, it's just so necessary. There are so many challenges, and of course we're not perfect. We have disagreements, and I just believe that this was the season and the time for God to just use us as instruments to say, you know what, there's hope. There's help. There are still healthy marriages out there, and so we want to be a conduit for that.
Now, as pastors, you've seen your fair share of couples, come and go, and ones that stick together and ones that let things separate them. With regards to just the challenges that you've seen, what are some of the major obstacles to keeping a marriage and keeping a home well grounded and fused together?
One of the big problems is I see a lot of marriages, they begin to get bored. It's, like, it's just you, it's just me, and, they start off, like, ooh, we love one another. Then you look at them, a year later, I'm like, it's just the same couple that get married. What's going on now? And so they get so familiar with one another. It's just like you said over there, we know what we're going to have to eat on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. The routine just goes on and on. But you have to know how to put some spice in a relationship to keep it fresh. You cannot just do the same things over and over again and expect a change. But if you want to do something that cause a change, you have to think outside of the box. And with our marriage, we kind of think outside of the box. We have a good time. We fellowship. We sporadically just do things, like even when we don't want to, we just, come on, baby, let's do things. And
Come on, baby, let's do it.
And we have a good time. And plus, we have a lot of fun together.
That's right.
We enjoy one another, and I don't let her get down and bored, and she doesn't let me get down and bored. We work this thing together.
Okay.
And that's what marriage is all about.
Some of the topics you discussed is communication, how to weather the storms, investing in your marriage. So talk, Deborah, a little bit about communication, how important that is.
I think learning and being an example is the best instance. I've learned communication and to continuously communicate well through Dennis. When we're heated and we don't agree, that's not the time to, let's try to get me, I'm right here, okay, I'm the right one. Wait, wait. If you're heated, don't scream and holler unless the house is on fire. Be sure that the timing is exact before we because we won't always agree. But that communication, even if you wait a few and then address the situation and how you talk to one another is very important. Dennis is kind to me. I'm kind to Dennis. I think when he first met me, I was really pretty jacked up, I think. But, with God and his help and his, mannerism, I was okay. But just his manner.
So he kind of rubbed off on
that
yourself.
man. Oh, you're so sweet. Yeah. But you learn through example and by example, and you were a great example to me, sweetie, and I love that.
Well, thank you, honey.
You're very welcome, dear.
Okay, what's going on here, Steph?
We're watching right now.
All right.
What matters most in marriage.
That's right.
Yeah, it's a live demonstration. So temperance and
there you go.
Having some self-control and thinking about the words that you really want to say, but when to say them.
Yeah, and that's a big problem with many marriages. When it comes to their mind, they say it, and it's
exactly.
Like, that's not a good word that you should be saying right now.
Think about it.
And sometimes the reply back begins to cause, and the voice begin to rise.
Elevate.
Escalate. It elevates.
Yeah.
It can turn into another problem, and so you have to always watch the tone of your voice.
That's right.
Okay, so I was at my cousin's wedding, and the pastor says they're at the altar with her handsome husband or to be, and she's standing there looking beautiful in her wedding gown, and the pastor says, so do you promise to love, honor, and obey your husband? And my cousin says, I'll try. And so the whole, the congregation falls out in laughter.
Wow.
But that was an honest response because people have, have this idea about submission that's not exactly godly.
You know what? I appreciate her. There are so many unrealistic expectations in marriages. People, they're so hard on each other in marriage. We will be surprised to learn that God is simplistic. You can calm down. It is okay. It's even okay to mess up. It's how you handle conflict. And I think we do well, sweetheart, with the way, with conflict. Because again, we don't always agree. We don't, but we love God and we honor God. And I think that has helped us to love each other and honor each other.
Well, there you go. A practical approach to making your marital love last forever. These 8 minutes went by so fast.
I want more. Let's do this again.
Would you guys kind of stay and, do another interview with us? Okay. Well, to connect with Pastors Dennis and Deborah Gibbons, visit newhorizon.org or go to harvest-tv.com for more information about marriage matters. Still to come, who are the witnesses the Bible speaks of in the end times? Pastor Tom Carey has the answer, but up next, Pastor Mark Lance concludes his teaching on who is the Holy Spirit.
The Harvest Show is produced by LaCie Broadcasting and is viewer supported by people just like you. Thank you for inviting us into your home today.